Happy Friday! We made it! How's everyone doing? Let me get my feeds up. I hope everybody's having a great beginning of their weekend. I have had a fabulous week. It's been short though, because we came back from vacation midweek. And so my whole week has felt like off by the days. Like Wednesday was my Monday, so it felt like Monday. When I opened my show on Wednesday, I almost said, Happy Monday! Yeah, you have a high level of professionalism here at Featherweight Doctor. There's something pretty amazing about being back in your own bed, in your own space, with multiple rooms you can walk into and shut the door. It's a lovely thing. Oh, yay. Okay, Facebook is up. If you're joining me, I'd love for you to introduce yourself. That would be wonderful. Let me go over to Facebook. Let's see here. It is the SipnSew tonight. So if you're just joining me for the first time, let me give you some information. I do 3 live shows a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. If this is the first time you're joining me, this show is all about fun. That's all we do here is we have fun on Friday nights. It's literally my happy hour. It's after 4 o'clock here on the West Coast. I'm just outside of the Seattle area. If you're looking for what I would call a content-rich show, I might direct you at my Wednesday or my Monday night content, because it is definitely more rich with featherweight information. We are literally sipping and sewing tonight. I started this show during quarantine last year when I needed to find my happy place. And apparently my happy place is with all of you, because my week does not feel complete unless I can talk to my friends from across the world. So if it's all right with you, I'm going to go ahead and say hi to some friends, and then we're going to sew. I'm going to tell you what we're doing tonight. So let me say hi to some friends, and then we will get going. All right. Missy is over on YouTube. Thanks for joining me. Missy is my local Redmond friend. One of these days, we're going to run into each other at the grocery store, and there's going to be tears and hugging, and it's going to be fun. Hi, Polly from UK. Thanks for joining us. And Cindy Matthews is over on YouTube. Hello. Tracy Weeder. Hello, hello. Oh, you're... Girl, I called you out on Instagram. Tracy is joining us from Instagram. I go on 10 minutes before for my pre-show, and I was talking about how I'm incapable of scrappy quilts because I have to plan them out, and they're supposed to be kind of random. And Tracy's Insta handle is Scrappy Happy Farm Girl. And so I was like, you're probably totally judging me because I bet you could do scrappy quilts like a champ. And she's like, no, I can't. So now we're kindred spirits. So thanks for joining me on the big show. All right, here, let's say hi to some more friends over in Facebook land. Franny's on. Hi, Franny in Kansas. Hi, Debbie in Kentucky. Nancy's in Lake Stevens. Hi, sweetheart. Jeanette in Sammamish. Oh, no. My girls were off of school Monday and Tuesday and had Eastern It's Wednesday, so Thursday, Monday for us. But now it's Friday again. Girl, you just take a sip. Cheers, whatever Jeanette just said. Susan Woodslong, hello. Thanks for joining me. Kathy Klein in Illinois. Kathleen, can't get in. Uh-oh, refresh. Kathleen, refresh. Hi, Lisa. Lisa, are you all healed up from your melanoma removal from your face? I was thinking about you the other day. I hope you're feeling better, and I hope you're all on the up and up. Judy P is on. Hi, Judy P. Let's see. Bonnie Neely West. Thanks for joining us tonight. Hello from Idlewood, California. Nice. Oh, and then Bonnie Pelton, my buddy. She is known as Miss Quilt As You Go. She says, happy Friday, sipping friends. Oh, good. Yes. Polly, we'll talk about the quilt in a second. She's like, I love the additions. Hello, Sheila Y over on YouTube. Thanks for joining us. All right, Gwen. Heading back to work from surgery after 2 months away. Oh, we'll see how long it takes to get back into the swing of things. I'm thinking it's going to take quite a while. Cindy, another local friend in Woodinville, I believe. Thanks for joining me. I got your order. I saw your orders. One has gone out. I think there's one more coming. And Kathy Heiss, another local friend in Woodinville. Hello, hello. Kathleen, oh good, got it figured out. Jennifer from Reno, actually Verdi to be perfectly accurate. Hi, Judy Colby. Thanks for joining us. And Angel's on from Houston. Really, you guys, I have to fill you in on Angel because her and I have had several conversations this week. Oh, good. Lisa's all healed up. Fabulous. So Angel, who is it says right next to your name, top fan. She is a regular viewer and contributor to the show. I'm super thankful for her encouragement and her joining me every single time. You guys, she has the hardest job, one of the hardest jobs in the world. She is a pre-K educator. Good Lord. I barely could stand my pre-Kers, and you have a whole room of them all day long. You are a saint as far as I'm concerned. And this week she purchased a new 301. She rescued her. She had to save her. And so then the foot pedal was all a kerfuffle, and I love that word, kerfuffle. But I think we finally got her taken care of, so she is good. Oh my gosh, Cindy, you can say that again. Hi, Sandra Garcia on YouTube. So Cindy Matthews on YouTube says, you look a bit drier than last week. Do I look frigid? I went back and looked at my show, just like the first couple seconds because it was on my feed. And I looked freezing. Yeah, I'm in Redmond, Washington now, sweating. It is 64 outside. I'll take it over the rain, though. I will take it. Oh, Gwen's in 99 degrees. You're in the deep south, though, right, Gwen? Aren't you like Louisiana? Right. I just realized Mel and Joe aren't on. Mel and Joe, are you there? You haven't said hi yet. Okay. Oh, Angel, you're so very welcome. You are so very welcome. Hi, Kim Paulson. Thanks for saying hi. So, Judy, the camping trip was excellent. I am a camper. I am, well, technically, Judy, it was a glamping trip because I was on my fully functioning huge trailer that doesn't move down the road. So I wasn't really camping. I do camp, though. I do camp. Anybody who has their glass with them today, this is the Sip and Sew. So let's say cheers. We made it through another week. Thank you for joining me. My Featherweight friends are my favorite. So cheers to you guys. All right. 97, Jennifer, in Verde. Whoa. Oh, you're in Minnesota. Why did I think you were in the South? That's hot for Minnesota, Gwen. Good Lord. Hi, Margaret from Oklahoma, and Jen's on. Hi, Jen. All right, so let's go over. Oh, Bernadette's on from Canada. Hi, sweetie. And Bridget's on from Rimrock. Where have you been? I've missed you. Thanks for saying hi. All right, friends. So tonight we are working on the Tula Pink quilt here that I started a few weeks ago on my back deck. Oh, I'm sorry, Bonita Harms over on YouTube says, send your rain to Wisconsin, cooler than temps, 91 today. Ooh, for the next 4 days. Oh yes, high humidity in Michigan. That does not sound like any fun. I am not a humidity girl. I lived in Arizona for about almost 4 years, 3.5 years, technically speaking, and I didn't mind it because the heat was dry. But once I knew we were coming back to the Pacific Northwest, I was totally fine with that too. Get out of the heat. Oh, Judy's a camper too. Very, very cool. Oh, you're going up to Mammoth. That's awesome. We've never camped at Mammoth. That's pretty cool. Hi, Elizabeth from New York. Thanks for joining us. All right, so tonight I am webbing, which is the technique where you start sewing, chain piecing all of these parts together. I went ahead and laid this out, and then I fixed it because I'm incapable of doing random things. Hence, my Tracy friend over here on Instagram. So I tried to concentrate my darkest fabrics around the outer edge and tried to get lighter towards the middle of the quilt. I actually put two whites together and Ray said that didn't look good. So we fixed that. Um, so I'm just in the process now of kind of webbing everything together, and I've already started. Oh, let me get my other camera up. Hold on. Oh goodness, how do I always forget how to do this? Nope, that's not right. Don't do anything, Darlene. Dashboard. This is it. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay. There. Now you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay. All right. So how is everybody's week? It has been kind of weird around here. Did I show you guys the little, did I just do it on Instagram? I can't remember now. So you know that I was making that little quilt for that cute little 2-year-old. And I decided that she needed a pillow topper. So you guys have already seen this. I quilted this and made this on one of my featherweights. I can't remember which one. It just has a, you know, like a pillow form in it. And then I decided, because she loves this other little doll quilt I gave her that I made a long time ago, that I would make her a matching little dolly quilt. So now she's got her dolly quilt and her pillow topper, and Frankie Joe will be all set. All right. So that was this week. I finished Ray's big, huge 101 by 93 inch bed quilt that was made by a pattern called Homecoming. Lo and Behold Stitchery, I believe, is the pattern designer. It's very boho. It has some, it's all solids, just like a lot of the modern quilts these days. And she loved it. She wanted an orange peel on it. She's perfectly content. Kim Paulson also says, camping and fishing are my favorite pastimes. Caught my first golden trout this past weekend. Kim, did you know you can't talk when you're fishing? I thought I wanted to be a fly fisher. I love that movie, Salmon Fishing in the Yemen. I watched it again this week because I keep talking about it. And yeah, there's no talking when they're fishing. My husband said, I don't know if you can do it, babe. I don't know if you can do it. Like, what? No talking? Holy goodness. So Rogue is in the cone of shame again. He is a disaster. He decided to get a little tiny, hi Joanne from Mississippi, little tiny abrasion by his left eye. And then that's turned into a leaky, disgusting little mess. So he is now back on injured reserve, and he is going to be in the cone until it heals up, because Ray wasn't watching him this morning, and he like ripped it wide open again. So I've been hydrogen peroxide and a Neosporin. He's a mess. He is a mess. Like, so help me, dog, if I have to take you back to the vet because you're being silly. So help me. Franny says, do any of you get in a funk and know you should do it and just can't seem to get motivated? Oh, Franny, that has been me all week long, girl. Because I have so much stuff to do. It was overwhelming where I should start. And so therefore I did nothing. Because I sat there and pined about how much I have to do. Let's see, Angel says, I don't think teachers are even allowed in fishing stores, let alone to go on a fishing trip. We talk too much. Well, there you go. That's why I talk too much. I'm a teacher. That's what I'm going to stick with anyway. Yeah, that's what I'm going to stick with. Hi, Lawrence in Ohio. Yeah, poor baby. He's a nightmare. Oh, finally finished my tie quilt. Nice. Good job, Jen Jen. That's Angel, you're exhausted. It's the end of a week and you have 5 more days left of school. You can typo and sip as much as you like tonight. Yes, the quilt that I finished up is a summer quilt, because she usually likes minky on the back of her quilts. which I know for those of you in Arizona and hot parts of the country, you're like, Minky, but we live in the Pacific Northwest and it gets cold. And so she likes Minky on her winter quilts. But this one just is, what's that gal, you guys, that designer, not Tula, but it's like Twyla. She has a whole line of, it's not the designer name, it's the doll name. What's her name, you guys? You know who I'm talking about? What's her name? I can't think. Polly says you used to make, yes, he does have, a cone cover for his cone of shame. Let's torture the dog. Oh no, Gracie the Golden. Missy is Gracie the Golden, also has an eye issue. It's actually not his eye, it's just, thank goodness, behind his eye. Oh no, Lisa, you are in a funk too? What's going on, girls? Why is everybody in a funk? That's not good. We have to be productive. Uh-oh, what row? Losing pieces already. Oh. Let's see here. I will give him a hug and a kiss, Jen Jen. You know when you're working with white on white fabrics and it's really hard to tell which side is up? That's what I'm doing tonight. Sometimes I just let it go, even if it's just for me and I've noticed it. But sometimes to me it's not worth fixing. Oh no, Judy P. Oh, you're COVID stuck. That's why you can't move forward. I'll have to check that out, Polly. I've never seen one, a cover for, okay. The other thing about this quilt is the little, arcs have to go up and down, up and down, up and down. So I need to pay attention. Maybe this was a bad idea. Whenever I do this show, it's not a good idea that I need to focus because I always get carried away chatting with you guys and then I lose my focus. Oh, is the Tiara 2 a mid-arm, Lisa? She says she needs to sell her Tiara 2 to make room in her sewing room. So I'm bummed that Mel and Joe aren't on tonight because she sent me the most gorgeous picture. She is a very talented seamstress. Mel is. Joe is an aspiring quilter. Did you guys see on Wednesday his little table runner? But she sent me a picture of a bag she made with the Queen of Hearts fabric. How cute is she? Oh, hi Therese. Thanks for joining us. We'll let you be late. I'm not taking attendance. It's okay. Oh, it's a sit down mid-arm like the Sweet 16. Oh, okay. Okay. Been getting some oh, no, Kim. Well, it possibly could be skip stitches, Kim. Most likely it is that you have a buildup of stuff underneath your throat plate. So when was the last time you opened up your throat plate and dusted everything out? Cindy says, I have one on my board right now with one piece that is, oh no, not ripping. She's like, I'm not doing it. It's staying in there. I didn't find it until I started putting borders on. Cindy, it's like that, what was it? Was it the Amish that leave intentionally one mistake in every quilt so that it looks like a human being made it? That's what you did. You're being like the Amish. Uh-oh, Kim, you haven't taken your throat plate off in a while and dusted? Girl, if you take your throat plate off, make sure you hook that little notch on the bobbin. So take your bobbin casing out. And that little notch is going to free swing around in the bobbin area as soon as you move the throat plate. When you go to put it back down, make sure that it's hooked in the groove underneath the throat plate because otherwise your machine won't sew and you'll freak out. Don't freak out. Call Darlene. Sandra says, I'm actually making a quilt shirts for my daughter-in-law, her uncle Pat. Oh, that's, and he was the first, an aunt for the first. Oh, that's sweet. What's it? Oh, you're just making a t-shirt quilt. Is that what you mean? Like just t-shirts, or is it an actual shirt quilt? You can get more enjoyment if you have to rip and resew. Gwen, that is not true. That does not add more enjoyment. Boy, I wish I could quilt like the Amish. Amen. Actually, I really feel like God created sewing machines for us to use, and the Amish do everything by hand. And in my household, hand is a 4-letter word. So we use sewing machines around here. Hi, George. I haven't put my next spa day on the calendar yet, but you are the first one to know when I do. There's going to be one this summer. I'm actually thinking about doing it in the evening versus the morning. What do you guys think about doing a spa day in the evening, East Coast time evening? So that would be like starting at around 2 o'clock my time, which would be 5 o'clock your time. Do you guys think that would be a good idea? I was thinking about it. Okay, yes. Make sure, sorry, I can't sit down. I'm too low. Darn. Okay, I'm going to do this. Put my leg up. Kim said, yes, just remember to get the notch. Hi, Judy from Hot, Kansas. Thanks for joining us. Ripping out is a rite of, I don't know, Judy P. Ripping out is literally reverse sewing. It drives me crazy. I got to tell you guys a funny story. So this one time, I met this great lady when I lived in Arizona, and she had like a younger daughter, and her daughter liked to hand piece, not hand quilt, hand piece. And she would do it while walking on the treadmill. How she did that and did not tip over and smash her face open, I do not know, because I get dizzy on the treadmill. But anyway, she would hand piece while walking on the treadmill while she was pregnant with her first babe. This was a while ago, because when I was in Phoenix last, I saw her, the baby who's not a baby that she was pregnant anymore, and she's pregnant again with the next little sister. So that was pretty fun. But anyway, she hand pieced this huge wall quilt. And in it, I noticed that there was a piece that was turned. Just one single piece that was turned, like 180 degrees off. And I thought, oh, how sweet. She did that on purpose. And so I quilted the whole darn thing. And then I gave it back to her. And I said, oh, I see you did the Amish thing. And she looked at me. She goes, the Amish thing? So I said, the Amish thing where you leave one piece turned just off so that it looks like a human being made it. She goes, I didn't do that. She goes, what are you talking about? And then was so bummed that I quilted it into place because she couldn't fix it. And I was like, okay, lesson learned. Next time the client will know if there is a piece turned around. Hand is a flavor word in my house too. Or I think you might say 4-letter. A lot of Amish use treadles to piece. Oh, I did not know that, Cindy. That's good to know. Oh, it's actually the button-down shirts, not the t-shirt quilts. That's pretty cool, Sandra. All right, so Kathy Heiss, my buddy in Woodinville, says, every time I try to make it to a spa day or a featherweight club, life happens. I get that. Kathy says, my mother always said that what ye sow, so shall ye rip. That's pretty good. Kathy, your mom was very wise. Okay, next piece, Darlene. Next piece. All right, so let's see here. Get this going the right way. Okay, this is the right way. Boy, this is going to take forever if I have to place every single one just to make sure I have it going right. So so what else have y'all been working on this week? Oops. Here we go with that tone on tone, white on white. Oh, Jen, that's awesome. She has a plaque that says that in her studio. Very cool. Ray, Franny says hi. She says hi. I just noticed the stem of your wine glass. Can it fit in the dishwasher? Nope. Wine glasses are hand washed in my house. So I guess I do some things by hand. Um, I hand wash a lot of dishes because we have pots and pans that can't go in the dishwasher either. So there's that. Oh, good. Therese got her flower beds cleaned out. I need to do mine, actually. And Cindy put up her flag banner for the holiday. Very nice. Very nice. Let's see. Kathleen says, I've been helping to make quilts for the Lutheran World Relief this week. What is the name of the quilt you're working on? Okay, so I am working on a quilt called Fractured Squares, and it's by my buddy Roxanne Carter in her Etsy boutique. She's the nicest gal, has a very, 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 she has a very, very, very natural way of writing patterns that everybody can understand and interpret. And so it's under Roxanne. Actually, it's by Quilting by Roxanne on Etsy. And this particular quilt is called Fractured Squares. It highlights large scale fabrics with large scale prints. And it was super easy to put together. Super, super easy. Tracy, my new buddy over on Instagram, now YouTube says I made and gifted pot holders. Nice. Gifted a baby quilt. Girl, you're busy. Just got my Mad Hatter quilt kit. Oh, admiring the tulip fabrics. I haven't got my quilt kit yet. I got my backing. Everybody was watching when I bought my backing a few weeks ago, but I finally got the shipping notice that my quilt is on the way from Georgia. I am dying. I am dying. Let's see. Sheila Y says started to cut out pieces for her Tulip Pink Curiouser and Curiouser quilt. Nice. Oh, you're doing the Mad Hatter one? I liked that one too. It was really hard for me to choose actually, because I wanted another bed size quilt. Like I need another bed size quilt. But I wanted a bed sized quilt because they're easier for me to find places to put in my house. And then when Daydreamer came out and was released, like what was that, 2 or 3 weeks ago? It won't be out until the fall, like more like the Christmas. I bought a lap quilt for that because there's too many lap quilts. Because I'm also making Nebula, and that's going to be another huge quilt. So I'm probably good for like queen size bed quilts for a while. Oh, good. Franny started quilting her Tumblr block. Nice. Donna says, if you call it a frog, you call it a frog because you rip it. Rip it. Nice. Bonnie says, I worked all day doing alterations on a Mother of the Bride dress. Girl, and she's taking a break. You just sip. You don't need to sew anymore. Just sip. And Laura, oh, Jen. Jen says, Lawrence, I have some very tall wine glasses. I prop them up on stuff so they will fit. Not the good stuff, only hand wash for yeah. There's some glasses by Olivia Pope. I think they're called Pope wine glasses. And they are like stunning, and I am the reason why we can't have nice things in this house, because I drop stuff every day. I'm always breaking glass. And so I buy my wine glasses at IKEA for $2 a piece. Because there's no point in buying Olivia Pope wine glasses. I'm going to break one in like 3.5 seconds, and then I'll cry. George, my buddy, says I have a class in stripology. Girl. That I'm teaching get your minds out of the gutter. George, this is a family show. We don't talk about stripology in this club. Oh my gosh. You guys are cracking me up. All right. Sheila says she'll sew it with her the Mad Hatter with your granddaughter. Oh, I love that. She'll forever have that memory. I mean, can I tell you that there's a lot of grown women that come looking for featherweights from me because they remember sewing on their grandmother's featherweight or their mom's featherweight. So you are making lasting memories, girl. Way to go, Sheila. That's awesome. Oh, yes, Cindy Matthews over on YouTube. I know, I saw that too. She's waiting for Tula's dragon breath and unicorn poop to come out. Did you guys see that Tula Tuesday where she was showing off the Pining for Me quilt? For the record, that was the one I wanted to make out of Daydreamer, and my husband vetoed. We ended up getting one of the other more simple ones that was a little more scrappy. Oh, bye, Lisa. Thanks for joining us. I hope you have a great weekend, sweetheart. Oh, actually, that reminds me. Lisa reminded me. So I am going to be coming back to Phoenix in September to teach some more classes. And I'm hoping that if there's anybody watching and they're familiar with A Quilter's Oasis, which is my buddy shop, Kathy Reynolds, she's fabulous, by the way, that tomorrow, Kathy does the schedule there at A Quilter's Oasis in Mesa, Arizona, like a champ. She releases her whole schedule like a college quarter system. So she drops the schedule on a given day and then it's for the next quarter. But if you are kind of hemming and hawing, things book up really fast there. Her classroom is huge and she has a huge, fabulous quilt shop. And so, I mean, she has no problem filling glasses. But for any of you watching who are going to be in Phoenix, Arizona in September, towards the end of the month, I think the Monday is the 20th, is the day of my first set of classes. The schedule opens tomorrow. Tomorrow is their meet and greet. And those classes will all fill up. So if you want to come see me in person in Phoenix, Arizona, tomorrow's the day. You need to get a hold of A Quilter's Oasis in Mesa, Arizona, after 10 o'clock in the morning, West Coast time. And the schedule will be live. So I'm teaching a beginning machine quilting class, which is a 2-part class. It's fun. It's for all of you watching who not only live in the Mesa, Arizona area, but are brand new to quilting. You maybe have made your first quilt top and you're not quite sure about this finishing stuff. You're beginning to realize that the techniques that you learned for good piecing and good seam allowance construction are totally different than the techniques you need to know to finish the actual quilt. I'm the teacher to teach you how to finish the actual quilt. It doesn't necessarily have to be on featherweight, and you can take any machine to class. Judy, I see your question. Hang on one sec. Dear, then I'm teaching a Quilt As You Go class, and then, of course, a featherweight spa day will be that week in September. Judy says, yes, I do carry spool springs. We are out of them right now. My manufacturer that solicits them from overseas has been waiting for a freight, like an actual ship to come in for 3 months. And so I've been out of stock in them, but I just found 20 and I believe only half of them are spoken for. So if you need spool springs, put your order in this weekend and I should be able to accommodate you, my friend. All right, let's see. Next block. Let's see, that should be right. Left, right, yep. All right. So I should have some fun pictures to share with you guys next week. While we were in Sandpoint last, beginning of this week, Reagan had her senior pictures taken. You guys, she's registered for her final quarter of school, like final quarter, at least to this point. She'll be graduating on August 19th with her associate's degree and her high school diploma all at the same time. We are so proud of her. And so we are doing senior pictures, and we should have our proofs back over the weekend. And so I'm sure I will be sharing some of them with you all on the Featherweight Doctor's news feeds. She is extremely photogenic, unlike her mother. And so I'm expecting to have a horrendous time picking pictures that I actually want to purchase. That is my expectation. So, let's see. So if I do this, then that. Judy, I do not have a store yet. I work in the living room, technically in the daylight basement of my home, and my shop is in my garage in the Redmond, Washington area. Someday there'll be a store. I will make sure, Polly, to pack plenty of tissues. We are very proud of her. She is a pretty amazing little creature. Okay, row 1 done. That's the hardest part. Getting your pattern situated. I had to clean out my office earlier today. That was a whole situation. I was getting I have a pretty fancy desk here, and I was having some trouble with it. And so the manufacturer replaced the whole desk, and it is about the size and weight of what they call, the sewing machine repair people call, a baby elephant. They call my table a baby elephant. So the one baby elephant moved out this morning and a new one moved in. So it was quite a morning around here. Bernadette says, congrats. My oldest daughter is graduating with her degree in public relay. Oh, that's awesome. Congratulations, Mama. We did it. We got him through. Judy P says, what is that piece called that keeps the oil drip pan from getting too tight? Oh, it's a washer. It's a felt washer. And if you need one, I can send one to you. They're just washers. Yes, Judy, it is nice to work from my home, for sure. Cinder says, I have never made a quilt by following a pattern. One day I'd love to try one. What's a spool spring? That's a super good question. Can you guys see this in the camera? This is a spool spring. It's a spring that goes on the spool. And what it does is it acts, especially when I'm using my Aurifil thread, it takes up room on my, takes up room in the gap in the thread hole so that it doesn't rattle around, and it smoothly unwinds. They're actually have a very functional purpose to them. If you sew with Coates and Clark thread, you probably would never use a spool thread because their center of their cones of thread are very small, and you don't need to fill up the gap. Okay. here. My next piece. So I watched something last night. Last week, I think it was, we were talking about summer movies and how everybody was just excited that some new movies were coming out. So Ray has been waiting very impatiently for the new Cruella movie to come out, the new Disney movie. And it is, we watched it last night because we have the Disney channel, and you could pay like, I don't remember, $25 or something like that to watch the new movie at home. You guys, it was so good. Emma Stone, I think that was who plays Cruella. They did such a good job on the movie. The preview was a little creepy looking, and I was a little worried because I don't like creepy movies or television shows. So I was a little worried I wasn't going to like it. Loved it. Not creepy at all. Totally. There's going to be no spoilers. We're not going to tell you what happens, but it is fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. And Kathy Heiss says, I had no idea. I thought it was to keep from poking a hole in the top. No, Kathy. It's so that your thread unwinds nicely and doesn't make a bunch of rattling noises on the top. What's funny is I have the spool spring on my machine, but I'm still using my thread stand here. You know, can't win them all, so. But I'm using one of my super big cones. And I just realized that I did not wind a bobbin before I started, so I'll bet you guys I run out of bobbin thread. Judy, you want to see A Quiet Place? That's too creepy. Too creepy for me. My evil twin sister Denise likes those creepy movies, and then she'll say, oh, I didn't sleep for 2 days. And I'm like, why did you watch that? Why would you voluntarily watch something that's going to make you lose sleep for 2 days? You guys, I have enough trouble sleeping. I don't need to like watch creepy movies so then I can't sleep more. I mean, gosh, that's just crazy to me. Denise, I was just talking about you. Yes, you are super late. Oh, Cindy said she's had this spool fly off this afternoon. Whoopsie. No, Denise, why do you like creepy movies? I just don't get it. When you told me, oh gosh, this was way back. Remember Michelle Pfeiffer in that movie? Was it What Lies Beneath? And the picture of the movie was her kind of laying in a bathtub just underneath the water. And you told me you didn't sleep for 3 days. I'm like, what? That's crazy town. Crazy town. I will say, everybody, that the Cruella movie is not like a young kid movie. She's still pretty scary. So I would definitely not recommend it for young kids. They make my heart race. So do roller coasters. I like roller coasters. It makes my heart race. Do you guys hear my family cracking up over here? You guys are going to have to turn that off. Stop it. They're watching a comedy special with Kevin Hart. on their AirPods sitting on the couches right next to me, and they are trying really hard not to laugh. Tears are running down Reagan's cheeks right now because she is laughing so hard. Oh, she's just me. They're crazy. They're crazy. Denise, how was the rest of your day? I thought you were supposed to be at a happy hour. What are you doing? Oh, good. They turned it off. They're having a little trouble keeping it together. Oh, I didn't know that. Judy, A Quiet Place too? I did not know that. Still can't watch it. Too scary. Too scary.
It's scary. It's suspenseful.
Oh, I'm sorry. Reagan corrected me. She said it's not scary, it's suspenseful. Oh, you're waiting outside. Okay. Well, I'll let you pay attention then for a few minutes. I know. Imagine us being early. I can't believe it. Can't believe it. Oh, you thought it was someone playing a deaf girl in A Quiet Place, but it's actually a deaf girl. That's pretty cool. Very nice. Let's see. Polly says, I love that you can sit with your family, and so my family would always complain about my revving. Well, that's why I have the little featherweight, Polly, because trust me, when my long arm is going, which is right here, they complain. They complain, I can assure you. But they don't usually complain about my featherweights. Especially not Morticia. My black side, you can barely even. She's whisper quiet. This Texas is pretty quiet too, actually. That was actually something I had to give up, was a private sewing space when a private sewing space when we moved to this house, because this house did not have, the downstairs was too big for me to just occupy all by myself. I had to share with the family. Exactly, Polly, exactly. So I was looking on some Instagram stuff this week, and there's usually a gal who joins us on Friday night, and her name is Ferris, and she lives in Indonesia. And I was looking at some other stuff, and her and I were messaging on the Instagram Messenger. You guys, she has like a beautiful website with all this handmade stuff, and she has pictures of her featherweight on her website, and I was like, dang, she is a pretty cool chick. I was like very flattered that she was, watching my show. I feel like we should be watching her show if she had a show. And she obviously speaks good English, because her and I were chatting in English. Sorry, I am maybe a little selfish. Oh, to share my space. Yeah, it was not there wasn't even a conversation about it. Our other house had a smaller downstairs, and so I didn't have to share my space. But to be honest with you, like I kind of missed being with everybody when I would go tuck myself in my sewing studio for a few days and I wouldn't come up for air. My family would come down and say, "Are you ever coming back upstairs ever again?" When I have the fancy, I know everybody will be super surprised by this. Um, I have the fancy Tula Pink Bernina, the polka dot one. And when it first came in that fall, it was like October, not this past October, but the October before. I didn't come out of my studio for 3 days. And my husband finally comes down on the third day and he's like, "Are you ever coming back upstairs again?" And I'm like, "Maybe not." Maybe not. I'm just going to hang out down here in my sewing space. So do you guys, anybody have any good weekend plans? Tonight I have dinner with some friends. I am not cooking, so that's always a good thing. I like cooking, but not every night. So we're going to see some friends and then deliver Frankie's pillow and her little doll quilt. And then on Saturday, we're going to have some pizza with some friends because Reagan is technically a graduating senior from high school. She's got a couple friends that are having graduation parties and stuff. So the next couple weeks are filled with graduation. Donna, it's very understandable why she couldn't come up for 3 days when she got her new Bernina. Come on. So we have some graduation parties and I've got the machine repair shop is overflowing. So Andy's going to help me get caught up on some machine repairs this weekend. Yes. And Denise reminded me I am going over tomorrow to help her pack up some boxes. Oh, that's a good question, Jerry. Jerry wants to know what got you started with the Featherweight. So like initially it was not a business thing. I was starting to teach a lot of classes on how to sew on your domestic home sewing machine. And I was tired of pulling my other Bernina, not the new Bernina. My other Bernina was lighter than my new Bernina. I was tired of pulling my Bernina in and out of its custom sewing cabinet. And one of my I've had a couple students with the Featherweights, and then our mentor, Dave McCullum, who wrote the Featherweight, and I think the best resource out there when it comes to Featherweights, he had come and spoke, had a speaking engagement at my guild. And so I didn't remember paying attention very much because he was a white-haired guy. I was 29 years old. He was a white-haired guy talking about antique sewing machines, and I thought, wonk, 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 wonk. I was just there to see my friends. But when my Bernina handle snapped off a few weeks later, I went home and I told my husband, "I need you to find me one of those little black machines." And so that was probably about 15 years ago was when I started. And then things really got cooking as a business when we lived in Arizona because they were so easy to find. So I like being that person who isn't hopeless when it comes to like how to deal with my own equipment. And so now one of the biggest joys is teaching people how to wield screwdrivers and how to repair and maintain these machines themselves. That is how the original engineers at Singer intended it. So I like furthering their ideology. So let's see here. Gwen says it's nice of you to share your space. And to harbor precious toys from young. Yes, my husband's Lego. We couldn't possibly let the children play with the toys. Oh, Polly, that's what you're doing this weekend? I have to cut out face masks from 15 meters of fabric and with filter pockets. Yikes, that's a long project. Cindy's having a dinner party tomorrow for her great-grandson. That's awesome. Yes, Polly, twin power will get Denise's house packed. Let's see, Bernadette says, it's National Fish and Chips Day. Is that really a thing? Or did Skippers make that a thing so they could sell more fish and chips? We had to because our dog ate our beef tenderloin. Oh, that's awful. What kind of a naughty dog do you have, Bernadette? And does he have anywhere to sleep tonight? That's funny. I love my machines and time spent with them also, Donna. Oh, Kim's going to the beach close to Charleston, South Carolina at a Stowe Island. Am I saying that right? I know, Franny, my foot is killing me. She's like, sit down, it's okay. But then I do this. Do you hear Rogie having a fit? Because he's like, it's dinner time, it's dinner time. And today was National Donut Day. You guys, there's a donut place down the street. Yes, fish and chips thing is a... Well, I'm not having fish and chips tonight, though. I'm having brats. And a salad and corn. But fish and chips are really good now that you guys have all talked about them. Thanks a lot. He is from St. Martin, obviously clearly living his best life. Congratulations, Kim. Happy anniversary. 23 years. Nice job. Very, very, very nice. All right, guys. It's 58. If I don't jump off, they're going to kick me off. I want to thank everybody for joining me tonight on my favorite night of the week, my Sip and Sew. I will be back on Monday for the Ask the Doctor. It's where I answer viewer questions. If you guys have any other questions about the Featherweight, not only about the actual machines or caring for the machines, but how to use them in reference to quilting, please send it to my email address. I'd love to talk about it. Info, I-N-F-O, @featherweightdoctor.com. All one word, all spelled out. As always, you have been delightful. Thank you so much for joining me. I will, if I get any more progress on this cutie, I will post a picture over the weekend. You guys have a wonderful weekend too, and I will see you on Monday at 4 o'clock Pacific right here on Facebook and YouTube. If you haven't already, like this video. Feel free to share this with your friends, and we'll see you next week. Bye.